Ooh, that's cute. Hey Morgan, thanks for drawing the onigiri. It's really cute.
You're welcome.
Okay, Purse, I better start prepping. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a sec. What day is it? Oh, wait a second. It's not Monday. It's... Ah, crap. Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Tim. I am the Dizzy Daddy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And yes, it is true. For a moment this morning, I had forgotten what day it was. In fact, I actually had my daughter draw that cute little onigiri, that Japanese rice ball, yesterday. I was all set, I had my ingredients, I was prepared to go, and then I woke up this morning and thought, it's the 17th today, that's something. And then it hit me. So, 180. We turned the car and we're doing something else today. So I don't have a game plan for this, I just rustled up all the ingredients, I'll explain it to you as we go, and we got a lot to do, so let's go! Okay, top of the morning to ya. Actually, it's kind of mid-afternoon, but we're gonna make some Irish soda bread. So I've got here 3.5 cups of flour, got a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda. Now this is baking soda, not baking powder this time. And I've got buttermilk. This is 1 cup of buttermilk, and that's usually sort of the basic recipe, but to this I'm gonna add 1 egg and about 2 tablespoons of melted margarine. And the margarine is a bit warm. I don't really want to add warm stuff to my dry mix, so I'm gonna put it in with my cold egg and buttermilk and just mix all of that up. And if there's any drippings left in here, what I'll do is I'll just brush that on top of the bread later. And give this a good stirring. Okay, and oh, before I forget, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of honey here. Just about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon plus. So, let's get that in there. Give this a stir and into the dry. Mix it around with this and then I'll get in there with my hands. Okay, so that's coming together. We're just gonna make sure that this is all kind of incorporated, but we're not gonna knead the heck out of it. This is not gonna be a kneady dough, haha, sorry about that. So that's come together and pretty much that's good. So I'm gonna get our baking sheet, we'll prep that up, get it on there, and away we go into a 375-degree oven. You know what? I didn't have enough in here to properly coat the top, so I just cracked another egg, that's okay, added some buttermilk, and if there's anything left, I'll just add it to our pancakes tomorrow morning. So we got our dough here. Once again, we didn't knead the heck out of it, we just made sure that everything is together, and I always have a cross cut in it. So, I'm gonna be faithful to that, and I'm gonna do it too. So, just go across once, twice. Let's coat this up nice and good. Okay, I think I got it all over. She is coated up and ready to go, and I'm gonna put it into a 375-degree oven for 35 minutes before I take a look. We're gonna put it in 375 degrees for 35 minutes, then we're gonna have a look. Okay? It might have to be in there anywhere up to, depending on your oven, anywhere up to 45 minutes. But we're gonna have a quick look and see you in a little bit. Okay, remember her? Yeah, that's the kitty. I've got her going. I'll check on the bread in just a little while here. But in the meantime, I'm gonna mix up our meatloaf mix here. So I've got 1 pound of ground pork, 1 pound of lean ground beef, 3 strips of smoky bacon diced up. And then over here, I've got 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of white pepper right here. And this big guy is 2 tablespoons of smoky barbecue sauce. Got 1 egg. This is half a medium onion grated up. And this is 1 cup of breadcrumbs. These are panko breadcrumbs, but you can use whatever, any kind of breadcrumbs. I just have a lot of panko around the house. Panko is in my life all the time. So, I'm going to add all of this stuff in and then give it a good mix with my hands. I've got my cast iron here and I have pressed my meat into the bottom of my pan so it's nice and smooth on the bowl side. And I'm just gonna flip that in. Whoops, come over here. Okay. And I know this is usually done in a loaf pan, but I'm looking to make almost a gravy, a pan sauce really, but I want to see if I can get a nice fond on the bottom of this thing to make that with. So we're gonna go like this, and you know, I wasn't gonna do the glaze that's usually on top, but if I don't do that, meatloaf purists will be mad at me. So I'm gonna get those ingredients and we're gonna glaze it up. Real simple glaze here. I'm gonna go with approximately 2 tablespoons of ketchup and about 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, maybe a little more, and 1 heaping tablespoon of prepared mustard. In this case, I'm going to use this bold and spicy stuff. And you don't have to put as much mustard as I put in. You can put more ketchup. I like mustard though, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover this up and put it to the side, and once our bread is done, I'll put it into the same 375-degree oven for approximately 45 minutes. Check this out! Okay, now I did check it after 35 minutes. It was not done. When you make oftentimes, when they make the soda bread, they do make it a little bit squatter or flatter. When they do that, then yeah, it takes a little less time. When it's round like this, almost like a sourdough loaf, it does take a bit more time. So I actually put it back in there. It was actually kind of gluey on the inside when I checked it with the skewer. So in total, this one took 50 minutes, 5-0. So I was off, but by a lot. But you do start checking it at around half an hour. And I did tent it. As you can see, it's getting pretty crusty here. I did actually tent it after the 30-minute check. If you see that any of your tips are getting a little too crispy or they look like they might burn, then just put a loose piece of foil over it, like so. That's all you gotta do. And it'll prevent it from burning. So as you can see, it's nice and golden, but not black. And then, what you can do is tap it. If it sounds hollow on the bottom, that is dunzo. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go in with my meatloaf and I'm gonna put that guy in for 45 minutes before I check it. Because the internal temperature of meatloaf has to be about 155 degrees. Do not cook the heck out of it because it will be dry. So 155 degrees is what you're aiming for. I'm gonna check mine with my thermometer after 45 minutes and we'll see. I'm guessing 45 minutes. I'm hoping I'll be closer this time. Check that out. Okay, and that was 45 minutes on the nose. I checked the temperature at about 35 minutes and it was just a little low. It was about 140. Kept it in for another 10 minutes and it is now exactly at about 150, yeah, about 153. Now remember, when you take it out, the temperature internally continues to rise just a little bit. So this is perfect. And now our pan sauce. All right, I got my pan set up here. It's got all that lovely fond. We'll sprinkle in just a tiny bit of flour. Mix it around. Now it looks kind of nasty right now, but then we deglaze with some red wine. Any red wine is good. This is just a cheap Shiraz. Lovely. Okay, and further deglaze it. I mixed up a little bit of beef bouillon here. So good. Okay, couple sprigs of thyme and a good knob of unsalted butter. Brighten it up with some lemon here. A little bit of salt and pepper to taste. That is good to go. Okay, I am going to strain that into my little container over here. And we are good to go. All right, I toasted up a slice of that bread. Put that there. Got a piece of our luscious, I cheated. I tried a bit of this. Our delicious pan sauce. Oh, where'd he get that fried egg from? I don't know, it just showed up. So I let it in the house. And there we have it. Okay, let's taste it. What's a St. Paddy's Day without green beer? How does it taste? Oh. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. He's here. He's here. He knows. He knows. Oh, that is so good. Soda bread, good. Meatloaf, amazing. Egg, just showed up. Let him in. Pan sauce. Okay. That concludes our St. Patrick's Day meatloaf, Irish soda bread with the egg that just showed up at the door and I let him in, open face sandwich. And it was glorious. Thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're having a great St. Patrick's Day. I know that it might be a little bit hard to celebrate or be in the celebratory mood due to circumstances that are beyond our control. But I hope you're staying healthy, I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're staying in good spirits. If you like this video, please do subscribe, press the notification bell, thumbs up please, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for joining me, happy St. Patrick's Day, take care.